What's going on, guys? This is Bubba Marlboro interviewing real blue-collar Americans, talking about life, fulfillment, money, and living the blue-collar dream. Today I'm interviewing Doc Robinson, a third-generation dirt excavator out of North Texas. Funny and super knowledgeable. Let's get balls deep.
I'm gonna freaking shoot one of them. I was like, that's all right. That pit down there is burning about 2,000 degrees with a lot of cedar.
Yeah, just throw them all in there. Throw them off in there. Let them disintegrate and be good to go. Yeah. Fuck the ashes, fuck the we just let them burn. Yeah, man. They I tell you what, I haven't done like much dirt work, but like early on, I used to work for a utility company where we laid water line, gas line, sewer line, shit like that. Mm-hmm. And always in the dirt out there, but they told me to get up on the backhoe one day. I'm like, okay, so they said, get up on there and stick off that dirt. And I was like, oh yeah, man, I know what I'm doing. Man, I got through and they were like, looks good. Looking back on it, didn't look good at all, like hammer dog shit. They were just trying to make me feel good, you know? Yeah. It was like fucking tough, man. Is that something you've always been in, just dirt work? Or
yeah, I've been, so I'm a third-generation dirt contractor.
Shit, yeah.
So I bought my partnership with my dad back in 2013, year after college, because I was his foreman for my senior year of high school. And then while I was going to TSTC, I was a sponsored student by John Deere. So I went in trying to learn more about equipment, be able to fix our own shit. We're a smaller company.
That's right.
And so mechanics at the time were still $100 an hour plus drive out time, you know. Yeah. So I figured get good at fixing stuff. And then I got tired of being a foreman. And I was like, what can I do to not get this chump change if I'm still running around like an idiot? And he said, if you can bring equipment to the table, you know, matching my partnership. So I got a D65EX Komatsu dozer and a 615 paddle wheel scraper.
Nice.
And someone with money that was willing to give me a loan. It wasn't a traditional bank or anything like that, higher interest rate, but someone said yes. Yeah. And that was my partnership. Bad thing was, for the first little part of my partnership, dozer broke down, wiring harness went to shit.
Jesus Christ.
It's like $20,000 immediately, and then
it's like a big kick to the dick.
Yeah, and then our paddle wheel scraper 615, the rotator motor went out, and that's $12,000. So I was like, fuck this, I'm gonna go back to being a foreman.
Yeah, but the hits keep coming, man. It's like quicksand. The hits keep coming. Yeah, they I've told this to anybody. I used to work in refineries and I used to work turnaround and stuff. And the foreman, to me, was the absolute worst job on the whole fucking plant, because you got to put up with so much shit from the people below you, man. They don't give a fuck, so they just treat you like shit. Then the GFs are like the heat's on the foreman, because there's like the foreman's got to take care of the guys, the laborers, and if the laborers are just not giving a fuck, there's only so much you can do, man. You know, and you being young, I'm sure some of your laborers were older than you, so I'm sure there was like a lack
just about all of them were older, man.
Yeah, just about a lack of respect there. I've seen that happen several times where a buddy of mine, his dad owned a company, put him as a foreman, 20 years old, you know, and then half his welders and fitters were in their 50s and 60s. They didn't give two shits about him, you know.
Yep. Well, I had to earn my respect. So, like, even today, like, when someone wants to talk that shit, like, well, you're in a tractor and I'm down here, I'm like, all right, I'll swap you.
Yeah.
But as soon as you fuck up on that tractor, you're not getting back on there again.
That's it.
And then, dude, never hear anything more after that.
Nothing, man. You got to put your money where your mouth is, or shut the fuck up. Coming out of college, going into partnership with your dad, did you see it to be a long-term deal, obviously, or was it just a short play to get you to start your own thing by yourself?
Well, it was kind of one of those ordeals where I didn't really know where to go with it, but I knew I needed somebody like my dad. If everyone thinks I'm highly intelligent, just wait until you meet my dad. It's like the OG. So there's still a lot to learn from him. But the bad thing is he's a shitty teacher. He's one of those, like, if you can't learn from osmosis, like watching him, how he interacts, how he does, how he runs equipment, you ain't gonna learn shit. Because he'll try to explain it to you, and it's like, he can't explain it to you. So it's almost like you got to be around him long enough to go, okay, I understand what you're doing. I understand how you bid these jobs. I understand how you do this. Like you start paying attention.
Yep.
If you can't do that, you're screwed.
You're screwed.
Yeah.
So your dad's like an OG. I mean, I'm kind of the same way, man. It's hard for me to teach people. If I show it to you a couple times and you watching me and you ain't picked up on it, it's hard to simulate certain things. It's hard for me to teach certain things. It's hard for me to. So on a storm restoration company, I can go out and sell all day off of building relationships because it's how my personality works. I'm a light-humored guy. I like to crack jokes. I'll crack a dick joke with a client. Yeah. You know, and they, you know.
That's how you gauge them, too.
And you got your new sales rep over here kind of like looking at you like, what the fuck, dude? You know? But like, it's just my personality. And some people don't have that personality to go out and sell and, you know, be able to get those jobs or have a high closing rate like we do.
Yeah.
I do. So it's hard for me to teach that. So it's like, man, you just got to watch me. But then don't go cracking a dick joke if you're going to be awkward about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Also know your crowd, too.
Yeah, you got to know your crowd. Don't be trying to crack a dick joke to a preacher over here, man.
Yeah, exactly.
We do not get that fucking church to do that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, that's funny, man. And so, y'all do a lot of sales? Y'all get a lot of y'all business from, like, the internet or referrals?
Google. Like,
y'all ranked high on Google?
Yeah, like Google, we're still 5 stars. I don't know how. I mean, we get a lot of bitchy people every once in a while that don't understand, like, hey, when I finish and you don't get grass growing, shit's going to erode. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah. I'm not landscaping. I'm not going to sod it or grass it afterwards. You know, I just put it back where you can do it. And then all of a sudden there's a little bit of erosion. I'm like, well, I'm going to charge you, come fix it.
Yeah.
Like, I do it to commercial. I do it to residential. It's even in my contract stating you better get grass growing or it's extra charge.
Throw some damn hay on it.
Yeah, but I mean we're good on Google. We're good on Facebook. A lot of referrals just come from word of mouth too. Like people we've done work for. Sometimes the neighbor comes by and they're like, "Oh shit, I need a pond done too," and then we just track it on over. Yeah. Not a big deal.
And that's kind of where we get a lot of our stuff, especially when you get into a subdivision. It's like we don't. It ain't like we live in a metro area. I live in a small town, so a lot of our markets are small. But if you get into a subdivision and Miss Jane over here sees you doing Uncle Joe's roof and he didn't have to pay nothing but $1,000 for his deductible, her ears are peaked up. She wants to get her a new roof on her house. You go there and sell her. Then, you know, another neighbor comes by and you take over a whole subdivision that way. So I'm sure dirt work's the same way. I got a buddy.
Very similar.
Yeah. I got a buddy that does dirt work. He started his shit he bought a damn Kubota, like a skid steer after Hurricane Ida just to do tree cleanup. Yeah. And it turned into, I mean, he's the land clearing, he's doing a bunch of shit now. So
that's good.
And that's what he does. He said, man, just the neighbor will come by and see me doing it, and just another next neighbor. So referrals are powerful. Do y'all have like a referral program y'all pay, or y'all
not necessarily. I mean, if someone's like, hey man, if I give you this referral, will you give me $500? I'm like, what? I mean, if it's a $500 job, probably not.
Yeah.
Like, sorry, but like,
yeah, it depends on the job.
You know, like if somehow I get, you know, a $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 job out of it, I'll be like, yeah, I'll toss you some cash.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like $600 skid steer 3-hour, 4-hour job. I'm like, here's $20. Like, I'll give you a 6-pack.
Yeah, it's like get you a 6-pack of Natty, dog. That's about
high
it.
Fives. Does a high five work?
I appreciate you being my friend.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, what the fuck else do you want from me? I mean, yeah, we got a pretty decent referral program. We get to a point where we pay out for $250 up to $1,000.
Yeah.
It depends on the roof, and it depends on, you know, if it's gonna be a full, we ain't gonna pay it on a damn repair.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Same similar. So we're not gonna pay out a damn repair.
Like, got to caulk down a shingle? Like, nah, I don't think so.
Yeah, it's like change out a pipe boot. You want a damn no? Change out the fucking boot yourself, bro. I ain't doing that shit. But oh man. So throughout high school, was you in the dirt business as well?
Yeah, I would work with my dad. So how I really got started, I was 6 years old, and I was really cocky with my dad, and he had a 644 John Deere front end loader, brand spanking new at the time, 2000. I think it was 2000 when I was 6. I don't remember. Anyways, but I got there and he was moving. My dad would buy land and then subdivide it himself whenever he had some extra money. So if he had a good couple of years, he'll utilize his excess money, give it the bank, buy land, develop it, and sell off lots. So
that's money.
Yeah,
especially if you develop it, bro. Like not even develop it, just put in like just say a sewer.
Well, he's never had development last longer than 18 months sell out.
That's good.
Which growing up now, I'm like, could have put some rentals on there. You know, when you hang out with people like Corey and stuff, you're like, shit, we were fucking up, you know?
Yeah, I know a guy does that, man. Just what you said with your dad do. He'll go out and he'll buy, say, a house, just say a house on 5 acres.
Yeah.
And he'll go out, clear it out, then subdivide it.
Mm-hmm.
He'll sell the house on the 1 acre. Then he'll put water and sewer on every other lot. Mm-hmm. And then he'll sell them lots he may have paid $15,000. He may have total after he clears maybe $25,000. He'll sell them for $75,000 a pop.
Yeah.
And he's just raking in the cash. But now he's got like a little mini subdivision over here. He's doing this hand over foot, man. Y'all doing a lot more subdivisions now? Or y'all kind
well, we did one with Austin Good before he passed, but we bought 40 acres and sold some lots off of it. And then we had a family tragedy, and we kind of haven't really been looking real estate for last 2 years, but we'll get back into it. But back when I was 6, because I forgot, I get sidetracked really easy.
I get on them sidebars myself, bro. I know exactly how it is.
But when I was 6, I finally convinced my dad to let me drive the front end loader by myself, and he was like, "Here's the deal: you don't get out of fucking first gear." And you stop when I fucking say stop. I was like, okay. I'm standing up on there, and I'm getting out of this pile because he would mix soil. So, like, instead of using lime, he'll get blow sand, mix it in with clay, like a PI of 20 clay, mix that blow sand in there, and lowers the PI. So he doesn't have to deal with lime stabilization. He'll have the county come out and test, and he'll go, oh, shit, how do you get, PI 11 out here now all of a sudden? It's like, science.
Science.
But
science, bro.
Geoscience. But so I was moving sand from one end to the other. Well, after the first 3 buckets, he up and left me. And he started going clearing trees on down, just let me do my thing the rest of the day. And then when we got back home, he gave me a $50 bill. And I was like, for what? And he goes, yeah, every weekend if you want to come work for me. And he goes, and the clients will let me. He goes, I'll have you busy. And I was like, let's freaking go.
Yeah, it's money, bro. $50. How old was you? 6?
Yeah, I was 6.
Oh, shit, bro. $50 a 6-year-old, bro. That's money, man. Fuck.
So every weekend, everyone would be going to their friend's house. I was on the job site. I picked up sticks from the time I was 6 years old till I was freaking 12. And then we were doing a job for Trevor Brazil. We were doing his horse facility out there towards Weatherford. Yeah. And I got to get on the backhoe because the guy was sick one day. And this is how I got my raise. So the guy was sick. That was running the backhoe. And Todd and my brother had me on it. And I was like, all right, I'm going to get on this bad boy and I'm going to dig my ass off. Well, apparently I dig so damn good that the guy that was on it, my dad was bragging so much because I had to go to school that Monday. My dad was bragging so much about it. That guy quit the next day. I dug more footage in a day and accurate to a T on grade than he could for 2 days.
Wow.
Yeah. He had to have a grade checker. I didn't have a grade checker. I was using a bucket in the arm, and my guidelines were like every X amount of footage just got to drop about a foot. And I was like, all right, so every 50 to 80 feet, I got to drop about a foot. Easy.
Yeah.
I figured that out at 11.
Wow.
And my dad goes, all right, you get a $5 raise. And I was on the backhoe after that.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. Making money now. Yeah, I would quit if I was older, man. I would have quit too. Shit. Got 11-year-old showing me the fuck up over here.
Oh, dude. And I mean, he even still admits it. He's like, I still can't believe that shit. Like, I see him around town once in a while. He's like, I still can't believe that shit. That's craziness.
He said, man, I had to go, bro. Like, you showed me out. I got to go. I had to go back and work. I had to go back and work on my craft a little bit.
Yeah, his saying to my dad was, I'm just going to go for greener hills.
Just quit the hills. I'll get it. McDonald's is hiring, you know what I'm saying? No, so my mom was married to a guy that's all he did. He did dirt work his whole life. And I think a lot of people in my area, they get into dirt work. It's not typically, they just wake up and I want to go do dirt. It's typically generational shit. Yeah. And that's kind of how
it's like farming.
Yeah.
You don't just wake up one day and say, I want to be a farmer.
Yeah, I'm going to grow me a crop of corn or some cotton or some shit. Nobody does that anymore. Exactly. It's like it's generational shit, right? Uh-huh. So dirt work's the same way, man. They, then you got like I said, you got your other guys like my buddy Lee, man. He started just from Hurricane Ida, and now he's doing this shit, and I think he's in the process of buying a dozer or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
He's doing some big shit now, so I don't know.
That's good though.
Yeah, because it's a need in our area. Because a lot of people just go out by these skid steers and they'll come out and just clear out your damn land, grind up shrubbery or whatever.
Fuck it up more than it's worth.
Fuck it up, so that dude, bro. They come out there because I had a guy come out and grind a stump for me at a client's house one time. It was right after Idle, and so. I don't know. I want to know who built this motherfucker shed, because this big pine tree, I got a picture of it somewhere on my damn phone. It just kind of eased over and just laid on the side of the shed. And they had probably about 80 foot of pine tree, just all the weights on the shed, and about 80 foot of pine tree.
Just holding it.
And the shed's just holding it up. I'm like, what the fuck? Got the tree cut out, and I called a guy to come out and grind it up, man. And it was right by a cyclone fence. And this dude ended up costing me so much damn money, because he grinded not only the stump, grinded a hole under the fence, and he grinded the fucking fence. And it was like one of those coated cyclone fence. I'm like, God damn, son. I ain't even bid this job for that much, man. I'm like, God damn, I lost money already on the son of a bitch. But man, dirt work's art.
Yeah, it's problem with dirt work too. There's so many unknowns that people don't understand. Like right now, I'm doing an RV park in Whitesboro, and when we're out there, it was dry when we were pricing it. Like walking around, didn't seem like anything would be nasty. We figured behind the pond might be nasty. Well, it's the opposite. It's on the uphill side of the pond. It's just mush where someone buried all this mud from when they cleaned up the pond a few years ago, and then they just put a bunch of clay on top of it. Well, you have a 50,000-pound dozer and a 50,000-pound excavator, you're going to find it.
Yeah, you're gonna sink, you're gonna find something hard, yeah.
And when it's on the uphill, because I was on the downhill side stripping vegetation, I was like, all right, man, this is going to go better than I thought. Like, I'm not sinking anywhere, everything's good. And we got to cut down this pond 2 or 3 feet to make the grades work, because the way the water level is will be level with all the RV sites. And I'm like, that ain't going to work. So we're lowering its tables, but we're making it deeper so we could build up everything else. Well, now we get change order number 1. I got about 1,500 yards of slop I dug out the other day, and
that's a headache.
You can't even stack it up. Our D6 we have, it's a wide track dozer, supposed to go over muck and shit. And I mean, we're trying to stack it up, and he just starts losing them out of the middle of the pile, and I'm like grabbing them, pulling them out.
How much I tried to dig out before y'all hit some like hard clay?
Let's just say about 100 by 200 area. I averaged about 7.5 feet of digging out before I found something stable.
Bro, that is a headache. That is a costly thing for that fucking property owner.
Yep.
Because I tell you what we did one time. We was getting a pad built, and this dude hired him off a recommendation. He came out, had no dude quote me like $6,500. This dude came out, quoted me like $5,000, and he was highly recommended to me by a friend of mine. I was like, all right, well, we'll hire him. It was $5,000. Well, he called me. I don't know, I was in Baton Rouge when I was still working in the plants. He called me and said, hey, man, got this pad done. He's building a pad for us. Got this pad done for you. I was like, all right, man, that's cool. I said, I'll come check it out. I said, I won't be back till later on this afternoon, but I'll check it out and I'll come get up with you and get you paid. This son of a bitch, he just went through there. He didn't pull back no topsoil. Nope. And just sprinkled about 2 inches. And where this is at, man, it's at the bottom of a hill. It's like at the bottom of a hill where another hill is joining it. So it's like really bad. And anyway, long story short, he didn't pull up, and he just sprinkled about 2 inches of damn red clay on the top of the ground and packed it with his dozer, and called me to him he was done.
Which wasn't packed.
It wasn't packed at all. So I didn't get there till like late at night, and I was like, I went ahead and gave him a check. Then the next day, the guy Marty that recommended him come over and said, I called Marty over and said, man, something about this ain't right. Like something about, because on this pad it had to be higher in the center and kind of sloped down. It was for a mobile home. Yeah. So that way, if any leaks,
slight crown.
Yeah. So well, at the bottom of this hill, well, he had to cut a trench in the front. He didn't do that, and then So I called the dude. He's like, well, that's what you wanted, yada, yada. I said, all right. So I went ahead, called my bank, canceled that check. I said, look, man, I'm going to get somebody to come out here and fix this son of a bitch. I said, if you're not going to come fix it, I'll get somebody to come fix it. I said, I'll get somebody to come fix it, and then whatever, we'll work out. I ended up paying more for the damn. I ended up having to pay like $7,200 for the damn pad. She went with the first guy.
Yeah.
Paid $6,500 and been done right because that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when you try to go, here's a lesson. You try to go with the cheapest person. We deal with this all the time in roofing as well. Go with the cheapest person, you're typically going to end up getting fucked. So.
Well, that's what's going on at our Boyd job right now. Like, we're the third dirt contractor in there.
Wow.
The first two guys can't read grade stakes. The surveyor can't fucking read his own set of plans to set the stakes. Nothing out there's right. When we got out there, we've redesigned everything, drainage, how their lagoon is, because it's a blood lagoon. So everything from their washout on slaughtering cows and other animals go into this lagoon. And let's just say it was a shit show.
Yeah.
Like, from day one, it was a shit show. And we had how many change orders? Six change orders. Just because when we first got in there, we were delivering equipment. They still had the freaking idiots out there still digging. So part of the plan, it shows the rate of slope. So you got here, you're supposed to be cutting down like 3 or 4 feet. But up here, you're only cut down a foot, but you're supposed to have a slope in between. Well, they didn't do none of that shit. They just dug down 5 feet all the way to the edge of the road. So you just got look like someone's trying to set up for a retaining wall, and then cut down a foot. I'm like, holy shit! I can't even get my equipment in here.
It's gonna be a cluster.
Yeah, so like, we're rolling in there. We're just saying fuck, because they're like, no, you can roll in here with your semi and all that. I'm like, bullshit, I could barely get in there with my dually. Like, get the fuck out of here. So we just unloaded on the county, pissed off the county. I don't give a shit. And I just tracked on in there with dozer, excavator, and our dump trucks and our paddle wheel scrapers, and we're just gonna work on the lagoon. First week we're out there, like, okay, we're gonna have you fix all this nonsense, because they had this guy that designed it, this architect guy, Dan, I can't remember his last name, but he apparently designs and builds, or has them built across the globe. And it's this group of investor guys that are trying to build multiple slaughterhouses, and they think, oh, we're gonna get it cheaper, and they one group of the guy had us start change order. Well, I mean, you're talking $50,000 immediately trying to fix the parking areas because nothing drained.
Yes.
It rained its ass off there after we had our bad drought. October comes in, late October, finally get rain. It looked like a damn moat around that place. And they started it apparently back in March. And if I would have started it, it probably would have only taken 60 days to do the whole project. Well, they started dirt work in March, and they still weren't done by October when we got there. And then all the changes and all the redesigning and all the reshaping, and then have to go find other dirt because they robbed so much dirt. They literally used, because it averaged about 1.5 foot topsoil out there, they used that for fill.
Oh, my God.
So that building pad's fucked.
I bet.
And I mean, it's 2 lakes. They already got the concrete poured for the building, and a lot of it's too late. So we're just like, well, we're just gonna fix the shit around it and hope for the best.
They're gonna have a clusterfuck in the next 3 to 5 years, man.
Oh yeah,
they're gonna have a big clusterfuck there.
Yeah, but we did get a good compliment, 'cause we're done now with it after all change orders, after all the rain delays and all the nonsense and headaches and bullshit. We got a compliment from the architect. He goes, I do this shit around the globe. And he goes, y'all are easily in the top 5 dirt contractors we ever dealt with, but I'm leaning towards number 1 on being able to redesign and make me feel like my design was shit.
Man, that's awesome to hear.
Yeah.
That's like a big compliment and pat on the fucking back, bro. You got somebody like that doing that shit.
Oh, yeah, especially when he does it all over the world. You're like, oh.
Hey, so you want to write me a bonus check, a tip or anything?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, they so getting into dirt work, moving forward, where do you find the benefits of like being a partner with your dad versus working for your dad? Besides the obvious, where you obviously get owner draws or owner shares or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, being an owner, the only benefit I have of it is if I want to go take off 2 weeks with my family, I ain't got to freaking ask for permission. I just go do it.
You got
know
kids?
what I'm saying? Yeah.
How many kids you got?
I got 2. I got a 6-year-old daughter and a 2-year-old son.
Oh, man. Good ages.
Yeah, and my 2-year-old son is tractor crazy. Like, if I'm out there on tractor, it's tough shit. He's going...
Yeah, it's coming with you.
Uh-huh.
I had a nephew of mine was like that with his dad worked heavy equipment just about his whole life, and he was like that about heavy equipment. But I seen where he got like a park, I don't know where the fuck it's at, but it's like at kind of like an amusement park, but it's heavy equipment or something. The kids go out there and drive.
Yeah, they used to have one close by us in Pottsboro, Texas, just 15 minutes out, and they closed it down in 2020.
Really?
Yeah, but I know there's a couple of them opening back up all around us. But
I think that's pretty cool, man. Especially for kids that are kids are always into that shit. I know my kid, my 5-year-old, he's all about getting a damn big tractor, a big dump truck, and filling with dirt. Or damn beer getting to me by that or bugs, man. He's gonna fill that so much with something.
Yeah,
you know. So it's cool that somebody thought outside the box and did that for kids.
Yeah.
This good? This good?
Yeah, you're just like going to the side. I get it because that thing's probably obstructing your view.
Well, I'm telling you, man, it's giving me flashbacks to prison. Having to... right now. Just kidding. Never been to prison. Just county jail. No, man. I think that's the benefit of owning a business. Like, I wouldn't be able to be here, you know, if I didn't own a business. I work for somebody, you know. And then that's a lot of what this podcast is about. Kind of open eyes to the blue collar worker to kind of get outside that rat race, man. Get away from the rat race. Whether it's through, you know, entrepreneurship, owning a business, a side hustle that's scalable, to get outside of having to ask permission. Because I'll be honest with you, man, it's hard for me as a grown ass man to ask permission to do something from another grown ass man. It's never sat well with me as an adult. Even when I worked for people, it didn't sit well with me. As an adult now, like I hate having to ask permission for shit. Even with like some things with the company, like you gotta get approvals and permitting and shit. I feel like I'm still back at a kid sometimes when a motherfucker tells me no.
Yeah,
I'm like, man, fuck this shit. Sign that damn permit, let me get to work, boy. You know what I'm saying? So that as a you know, trying to get help. Not everybody's going to get outside the rat race. Not everybody's designed for it. The world, as Andy said, the world still needs burger flippers, you know?
Yeah.
You know, there's still, but if they could just supplement a portion of their income to buy more time with their family and loved ones, I think it's a win for everybody.
Well, and some people I find, like my dad, for example, I always tell people, in retrospect, I'm a better business owner than my dad, but my dad's a better on hands in the field than I am. So, like, he's one of those, he could be on a tractor all day, every day. He loves it as much as he loves anything else.
Wow. Passion.
Yeah, very passionate for it. Me, I love what I do, but I will not choose what I do over going and doing this or going and doing that. Now, I'll make sure bills are paid. I'll make sure everything's good. Everyone's doing what they're supposed to be doing. But I'm not going to just sit there 80, 100-hour weeks. He's 66 years old and trying to pull 60, 70 hours a week because he just loves it. Especially when we bought him a new motor grader.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit.
Couldn't tell him what.
No, I'll be on here. I'll turn on the lights. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, tell him to go fishing. Tell him to take a break, go fishing.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing. Like, he didn't have any other hobbies. Dirt work was his hobby. So, like, growing up as a kid, the only other thing my dad ever taught me that was fun is water skiing. So, it's dirt work and then water skiing.
Water skiing, yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, and I think I mean, you saying you're a bit better business owner. Like, I think I see that a lot in, like, when it comes to like the old school blue collar guys like your dad, they're bred and they're born and they were raised to just really work hard.
Yeah.
Where our generation, I feel like we had that same work ethic, but again, we also have a place where we can say, you know what, there's a smarter way to do things.
Yeah.
Because obviously we're more
efficient.
More efficient way. We're more accessible to information and taking in information to kind of grow the business. Where them old school cats, them old heads as they call them.
Yeah,
they know their way. Their way works for them, and they don't want to hear any other way.
Oh, exactly.
And it's not a bad thing.
No, you need that too.
You got to have that.
Like me and my dad agree. Like, you need the old school with the new school. Like me, I handle, like, when I say better business owner, like, I handle things like paperwork management. When we send in bids, I'm getting them to sign the damn contract.
Yes.
I'm not doing the handshake and the smile bullshit.
Yeah.
You know, like, that's where he has his problems. He's just like, no, I want to get paid, but I want to do this, and I don't want to think or stress about it.
Yeah.
And so that's where me and him are a little different, because when I first bought in my business, or bought into our partnership, we got burnt for $80,000 on a job. And it's because he was doing that handshake and smile. Well, when the first 3 checks clear, you know, everything's fine. And then the change orders start hitting because she's wanting to add more and do more and all that, but doesn't want to pay for it. Well, it's because he didn't do anything to make her sign off on it.
That's
well,
right.
Golden nugget number 1 for me at 19 is, hey, I may not want to deal with that bullshit.
Well, you got to get them change orders signed, man. And we're having problems. You know, I got a big meet with my team Monday because we're doing change order shit. And then they're not getting nothing signed off on, which is an issue for us, because it's not even the issue that it's not getting signed off of. That is a big issue, but it's not even notifying the homeowner there's a change order.
Yeah.
There was more rotted decking than was originally, you know, discovered, or there was more layers of felt or shingles that wasn't originally discovered.
Yep.
And then when you go to hit this client with a final invoice, and you know their final invoice is fucking through the roof because you got an extra $2,500 to $5,000 in charges on there.
Yep.
But nobody notified them or got them to sign off on shit. Well, can I really make them pay that shit?
Yeah, good luck.
It's a fight, man. You know, me and my lawyers done had this conversation about it because we happened on another, and I stressed to my teams make sure we get the change order signed. And sure enough, today I was on the phone call with my operational guy, and he was telling me about it. I was like, all right, get the change order signed. It's dead silent. I said, you gotta say nothing, son. I already know.
Yeah.
I said, you do at least tell him about it. Dead silent. I said, you ain't gotta say nothing. I already know. I'll deal with it when I get home.
Yep.
You know, and it's just, and that's where I liked early on in business, because we did contracts, we did agreements, but the change order stuff was not something we originally had in our pocket, or a contingency agreement. We do a lot of insurance claims, so contingency agreements, it's like, okay, you're only liable to hire us if it's only contingent on if we can get your roof approved through the insurance company. That's how we started our business. And then moving from that, we were like, all right, well, we need to start adding more process and procedures, because our process and procedures really suck, or we were just losing money on the back end from shit like that. Just not getting paid.
Well, yeah, and see, it's kind of one of those, like, because he never told me, like, hey, sometimes customers don't pay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, bullshit, I'm always going to get paid. And then we used to not take much for deposit. Now I take a damn deposit. I'll take any less than 30% up front and no less than bi-weekly payments.
I like that.
I don't care if it's a commercial job or not. If you want me doing your project, those are the terms.
The hell with that net 60 shit that these
I'm not doing that.
I had one guy try to hit me with a net 90. I said, you're fucking crazy.
Nope.
I was like, I don't mind floating the cost for 30 days, but I'm not doing 60.
I won't even do 30.
Really? Mm-mm. We only have select accounts. We'll do 30. And it's only because it's government work.
Yeah.
It's like if they call us in on a job, I know they only pay out the first Monday of every month. Mm-hmm. I know that. So if they want the shit done the Monday or the month prior, we'll go out and knock it out, and we could float the cost because now we got enough credit line to do that. But early on, everything was a cash account. So if I didn't have the cash in the bank, which a lot of times we didn't, you got the cash in the bank, you can't go out and get $5,000 in material and pay, $3,000 in labor costs.
Exactly.
You got to float $8,000 for another. We did this we did a Department of Human Services roof in Walthall County, and it was like a $60,000 roof, and we floated a job, and it took us, we just started beginning halfway through the month. So I might take them a week to do the roof because it's a big ass roof. Take about a week. These motherfuckers got it knocked out in like 3 days. I got payroll rolling up, and I'm like, fuck, I ain't got no money in the bank. I'm making phone calls to all the supervisors. Well, we don't cut checks to the first. I said, I need some emergency funds. Now I need that check now. Had a good enough relationship with one of the guys. He was able to push it through and get my check. But if it weren't for that, we would have been in the bond right there.
Oh, yeah.
You know, because them cash accounts are just, they were trash.
Or like whenever you go to pay your guys and then you find out someone's check bounce, it's like $30,000. You're like, oh fuck, I'm not gonna be able to make payroll.
Yeah.
Like, oh shit.
Yeah, and people don't think, but people think running a business, and you know, obviously it's a lucrative business. Dirt work's a lucrative business. Roofing's a lucrative business, and people know that, and then they semi know what kind of money you're bringing in or what you're charging, and then they automatically assume, oh, this mother got a lot of money. But I tell people all the time, I'm the last one to eat my company. I get the crumbs. Everybody else eats. I get the crumbs. My material guys get paid. My suppliers. My laborers, my sales reps.
I don't even get the chocolate chips.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't get the chocolate. I get literally the crumbs of the chocolate chip. I get to lick the chocolate off the damn fingers. You know what I'm saying?
Of the other guy.
Of the other guy. That's it. That's what I get. And a lot of people think you're bullshit when you say that, but I'm like, that is like true blue startup entrepreneurship. Until you get to a place where you can actually, you know, you have your credit lines. Luckily now we got credit lines. Luckily now we got lines of credit that we can assess if we need it, if our funds ever get low. Because insurance money is fucking slow. Just like dirt work. If somebody chooses not to pay, it could put you in a bond real quick, fast.
Hey, I repoed a pad on a check that bounced.
You endowed that bitch up. That's what I'm talking about.
They were ready to pour concrete, and the guys were out there setting up steel, and I said, get the fuck out. They're like, what, amigo? And I was like, get the fuck out. I ripped that thing apart. I got a call from Calhoun County Sheriff's Department telling me that's a no-no. And I told them, I was like, you come get me if you want, but this shit's piled up. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I didn't take dirt back. I mean, I was using everything on site to work, and guys' check bounced twice. And I was like, all right. And it's some big-time developer. He had this fucking ho-hum nobody, you know, trying to be a GC for him. And that guy was just... I thought he was stealing money or whatnot, but never got my money corrected. So I went out there with the big old 135 excavator, and I took all of it. Yeah. Apparently it's damage to property. I call it repoing. Same. I don't give a fuck.
I'm gonna go with it. You seen. I think it was some contract. I think it was Colorado where this shit happened. They installed a bathroom.
Yeah.
And then the woman. I don't know if the woman didn't pay. There was a couple stories going around. Their story was that the woman just refused to pay them. Her story was she was at work and she wanted to just look at everything before she paid them. They got mad, and they just beat up all the tile that they don't.
Was that on TikTok where they just start taking a hammer to the shit?
Bro.
Like, you don't pay me? And she's like, no.
They just tore the son of a bitch up. I was like, fuck. I definitely wouldn't be that contractor, but I mean, bro, we've lost out. I can't tell you what kind of loss. A cool thing about losses and people not paying you, it's a deduction on your taxes, so you're good. I like it. I mean,
I don't know. I like my money.
I like my money too. So what we do is a little trick of the trade. They don't pay you, file it as a loss, then collect that on January 1st, and it's good to go. Make sure you get cash though. Stuff it in the bank, stuff it in the safe at the house. So I hear them.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, that's what they tell me. But yeah, man, we have that issue a lot where clients don't want to pay. We'll do everything. We'll do everything from point A to point B for their insurance claim. We'll do everything. We don't make a penny until we finish the job.
Yeah, exactly.
So we work for free typically up until that point, and they'll get that last check in. They don't think they owe it to you because they done gave you $30,000, but you done did $30,000 on work, and they still owe you another $10,000. People, I don't know where their minds go these days.
Greedy.
Dope or dog food?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna go with the dope.
Yeah.
Dog food, depends on what kind you get.
Well, see, a lot of them don't understand. Like it's. I tell people all the time, it's like you could tell it's a generation of people that never got punched in the face for doing something fucking stupid.
You're right.
And then I'm like, dude, I don't think you realize, like, we may be nice because we're trying to sell a job. We got families to feed, but we got a bad temper, too.
Yeah. So a bunch of blue-collar guys who been fucked over. Like, yeah, I will fuck you up. Give me my money.
It's like, mama didn't raise no bitch.
Yeah,
so.
That's it. It's like, bro, that's how I am, bro. I'm such a humble individual. But if asshole Bubba comes out, there's nobody safe in sight, bro. It's game over. And I don't want to bring that dude out. It's like Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde.
It's not fun, but I tell you what, I got a little bit of joy whenever I called. I was like, you better bring me cash by 12 o'clock. And he goes, I ain't going to bring you shit. All right, you'll see how I feel about it here in about 30 minutes. And I mean, form boards, they had plastic laid out, they had the plumbing done. I ripped all that shit out.
Bro.
And I even dug down an extra 3 feet just so I knew they were just extra fucked.
Yeah.
Ain't no putting that shit back quickly.
You got to do that sometimes, man. Sometimes you got to act I've said it all the time. You got to act a donkey to get a point across, man. And it sucks that it has to be that way, but some people are they just have no values and morals, man.
No.
They don't appreciate what you've already done for them. So apparently that shows that they didn't value you as a contractor or value me as a contractor. So they're like, well, we're just going to fuck this dude. I don't fuck out with him anymore. Well, we don't work off of feelings. You know, we work off of service-based stuff. We work off of what we can do for you.
If I worked off feelings, that's exactly how my feelings go.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying, man. I can't pay my bills off of feelings, you know? I tried it one time. Lights got cut off. Yeah, man, they
just give me another 30 days. I swear I'll give you something.
Look, I know. Look, put me on a net 30. Put me on a net 90 for this. You know, let's put a net 90 on it, and I promise I'll get you paid within 90. Fuck you, pay us now. But the blue collar, are you part of the Blue Collar Alliance yet?
What?
The Blue Collar Alliance on Facebook?
I have no idea.
Okay, that's okay. We'll send you a link. So he'll send you a link, or I'll send it to you. What it is,
I got you.
Appreciate you, brother. So essentially, what this podcast was around, I created a Facebook group called the Blue Collar Alliance, and for years I've had the group for a couple years now, 3 years now maybe, and I started after I was working in the plants, and I would work with these really old individuals that just felt like they had to work to the day they died, man. Literally.
Oh, that's my dad.
Yeah. Like,
He can't retire.
Yeah.
He'll be divorced if he retired.
Or your mom would just say,
She'd probably kill him. Actually, probably be antifreeze in his fucking pancakes type.
he'd be laid out in the pond trying to cool off.
Yeah, he'd get annoying if it's like a week straight of this rain. And he can't do nothing. Like, I just get texted at like 5 a.m. like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm in the gym. What the fuck you want?
Your dad's hands start doing this. So spirit fingers getting just
start sitting here doing this like, I'm not running the grader.
Yeah, he'd get all amped up, man.
Yeah.
I know people like that, and that's how these men were, man. Their thing was they made this great money all these years, and you know that some of them may have been out of retirement. They just never set themselves up to retire or be home with their family. They've worked in this industry for 40, 50 years, and they feel like because they've plagued their life with liabilities instead of assets, that they have no other option but to work to the day they die.
Well, my dad's issue is he just wants to work. His dream is to die in a dozer at 90. Like, that's like his peak. And I told him, that's fine. I'll dig you a big ass hole and we'll just roll you off in there, or make you a cool fountain in the middle of the pond.
Oh, that'd be cool. The fountain would be cool, man.
Yeah, just have his body stuffed,
Yeah, stuff his body.
Keep his Hawaiian shirt and Chiefs hat on.
That would be bad. Oh, he's a Chiefs fan.
Oh, yeah. Oh. Well, my brother, his name was Casey. So my dad was such a diehard Chiefs fan. Named my brother Casey.
Wow.
Yeah. K.C.
That's awesome, man. I say it's awesome. Yeah. How'd your brother feel about that?
Well, at the time, he thought it was cool, but he was a Houston Texans fan. So.
Oh man, who? Is your brother got fever? Is it spotted fever?
I think he was more of a J.J. Watt fan. At the time.
I think. I'd be honest with you.
He didn't really care for football, but when he watched J.J. Watt, he's like, that dude's a man.
Yeah, bro. I'm telling you, I'm like that. Like I'll gravitate to an NFL team if it's a player that I like to watch. Yeah. Like I'm not an Eagles fan, but I'm a big Jalen Hurts fan. Right?
Oh yeah, me too.
Jalen Hurts, man. Since he was at Alabama, man, I thought he was a phenomenal quarterback. Kind of shitty how Alabama done him. Fuck you, Nick Saban. And I'm a big Alabama.
All for the better, though.
Yeah.
I mean, the dude looked like a monster during the Super Bowl. Like, I'm a Chiefs fan. I was sitting root for Chiefs. I was like, but Jalen Hurts, though, bro. Like, holy shit.
Like, he was firing on all cylinders, man. That dude was not giving any fucks. He's like, I'm winning this game.
Yeah. It's like, quit making penalties and we'll fucking win.
Yeah. And that's what it was, man. It's the penalties. And you know what's crazy, man? I almost called that game to a T. but the opposite score. It was supposed to be the opposite. I was like, fuck. And I would have won a lot of money if it would have happened, but it didn't. I lost a lot.
Also, you gamble.
Nah, I don't gamble too much. It's typically on football or fighting.
Yeah.
I'll gamble on. I'll go to the casino. I'll use a little bit of money here and there, but I'd rather not blow my money in a slot machine or at the table.
Yeah.
I'd rather just go have a good time. To me, losing money, I've won money at the casino, but it's not enough for me to say I'm about to do it every time I go.
No, shit. First time I ever spent money at the casino, I was 21, and I put in I was 19 at WinStar. I put in like $500. No, I put in $100, won $500, and I was like, nope, done.
Done.
And that was the last time I gambled.
Yeah. So
I was like, this weather's a fucking gamble as is.
Yeah,
Like,
everything's a gamble, man. WinStar's a nice. I've never been in it, but we just drove by it. WinStar looks like it's a nice one.
and it's nice. I like the Choctaw a little better.
Really?
Like, yeah, it's more like, I don't know, it just,
Smaller.
yeah, smaller. I don't like big crowds. Not a
That
big
WinStar's
fan.
fucking massive, bro.
It's fucking huge. My mom used to work there when I was in high school. She worked there for the insurance, and I was a adrenaline junkie growing up, so I always had broken bones,
Oh, yeah.
head trauma injuries, like everything you could think of, and they pay 100% all of it. So
Oh, nice.
hell
That was
yeah.
a plus, bro. That was a plus. See, that was one thing I wasn't, man. I wasn't an adrenaline junkie till I got older, but as a kid, I kind of was safeguarded, bro. I was, like, my buddies would go out, and they'd go out and they'd smash mailboxes and shit, and I'd be like, go take and drop me off. Because I knew these two motherfuckers, parents would come get them out of jail. I already knew my mom's gonna let me sit my ass in there.
Oh, no, hell no. My mom won't. Nope. She'd
my
be
Bernadette
like,
would've-
sucks to be you today,
Yeah,
sir.
mom would have left me in there. I'd be like, fuck no, y'all go drop me off at the house. I'm not being an accessory to this shit. Stealing people's newspapers and shit, that's a fucking crime. And,
Well, growing up, my dad's like, if you do anything illegal, I'll take you there myself. Growing up, once you got older, you're like, well, that's not necessarily how that works.
Yeah.
But, as a kid, you're like, fuck that.
fuck that. I ain't trying to go to jail. I love you, Dad, but fuck you. I ain't doing that. I ain't doing nothing
Hey,
wrong.
you're such a dick right now.
Yeah. So I thought we were cool, Pops. Not that cool. But yeah, I try not to gamble too much. Like I said, it's typically on boxing or MMA or football. And if it's not that, I typically don't.
Yeah.
I don't fuck with it. Just because I put money in my bookie account like probably about a year and a half ago. And I still got money in there somehow. Somehow I keep winning. And I'll just bet, and I won't even look at it till the next time I go to bed. I'm like, okay, I didn't lose it all last time.
Yeah.
Let's bet some more. And then I'll just bet some more. Now I'll have either the same or more or less. I'm just like, okay, I still got some money in here. Let's bet some more. And then sometimes, I haven't zeroed out yet, but I haven't checked it. I might check it right now, man. It might be zero right now. So I bet on the fights the other night, and I think I lost it all because none of my people won. But I haven't checked it since.
Well, were you betting against John Jones?
Unfortunately, man.
That's a problem.
Well, I didn't bet against him. I only bet for the underdog because the odds of the
better,
payout
yeah.
are so much greater, man.
You would have thought he would have been the underdog, but the problem is it's John Jones. It's hard for him to be the underdog. Like, he
dude's
could
a
be out of the league for
savage.
10 fucking years and still be
All right, bro.
favored to win.
Still got money in there. I got $400 in there. I must only lost 100.
Place a bet.
Huh?
Place a bet right now.
So I'm trying. Let me see if they got something to bet on right now. Let's see. Refer a friend. Anybody want to get referred? Let's see. NBA. Don't know nothing about basketball. I don't know shit about hockey. Anybody know anything about hockey?
Nope. I know they're big motherfuckers.
And they're bro. People think like MMA fighters are like savages, bro. Hockey players are savages, bro. They'll walk. They'll play with
They're
like
6'6", 270, and they're fucking on skates. You're like, this
Yeah.
don't make any sense.
Yeah, and then they'll play with a whole broke jaw and everything. Like, put me back out there. I'm ready to play.
Yep.
So, man, there's nothing to really.
All right, you don't have to. I don't want you to lose money.
Yeah, because I don't know nothing about basketball at all.
All right, who's playing
Bet
in
on the
basketball?
Mavs.
Let's see.
Well, the Mets.
What's the date? What's the date today?
16th.
Okay,
Yeah.
you got the Nuggets, Pistons, Oklahoma City Thunder,
No.
Raptors, Kings, Nets, Pacers, Bucks.
Bet on the Nets.
Yeah, Nets is
Let's see what.
solid. But don't do you know.
Hold up, man. So
This is not financial advice.
let's see.
It's blue collar.
There's a
We don't have
tornado.
advice to
I
give
just got a
for
tornado
finances.
warning, dog. This building safe?
Hell no.
Okay, fuck. Just got a tornado warning, dog, right here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area.
Just
Yeah.
hold on to me. I don't
Yeah.
go anywhere.
Yeah. But yeah, so I do that, man, and that's about it, man. I come from a fighting background. It's probably what I'm more knowledgeable in than even reefing. I don't know. Like my little boys, I've said this on other podcasts, but I'll say it again. I'm passionate about my kids, and I'll probably talk about my damn kids too much.
No, you don't.
But my little boy, he's watched me fight since he was born, and he told me today he wanted to have a boxing match. So I was like, all right, bro, we'll get you ready. We want to have you get you ready by the end of the year, so we'll get you ready.
Mm-hmm.
But now he's in a point where he's like, all right, fuck this boxing training. This shit's a little tougher than I thought it was going to be. I thought I was going to go out there and fight. I'm like, no, bro, it's tough. But you already started, you got to finish now.
Yep.
So yeah, keep going.
You done fucked up.
Yeah, you done fucked up, bro. It's like win, lose, or draw, you still got to finish the fight. You know?
Yep.
If you don't want to fight after that, cool.
Yep.
But you got to fight one time.
That's how we are with our kids. If you start something, you're going to finish it that
Got
year.
to, bro.
Suck, but...
Is your 2-year-old and your 6-year-old polar opposites?
Well, in a way, yes, but in a way, no. Like, they're very similar, but different in their own ways. It's just, different one. Like, my 6-year-old, my daughter, I think it's just different because female tendencies. She likes girlish
sassy?
things, but very fucking sassy.
Yeah, man.
But my son's kind of like, he's got a little bit of my temper.
Yeah. Yeah, man. That's my little girl. She'll be 3 next month. And like I said, me and her have the same birthday, which is really cool. But she's sassy as shit, bro. I just wanna like my oldest son, him and my 5-year-old are complete opposites. Like complete my 9-year-old is chill, laid back. You probably won't hear from him if you don't talk to him. He won't mess with you if you don't talk. My 5-year-old, bro, that dude's trying to fight every chance he can. His first thing he says to me typically is, "Want to fight? Want to fight?" So yeah, bro, let's fight. And he does these crazy ninja moves that he'll hit me back and say, "I told you I'm a ninja." And then my little girl, man, she's like I said, she's so sassy, and she's kind of a mix between both of them. So.
I won't talk to you until I know you, and then it's over.
But that's the crazy thing about her. She will go to a complete stranger, and it's scary. She's such a little doll, man. It's completely scary for me as a father to know she'll just walk up and get in anybody's arms.
Yeah, well, I mean, we were in New Mexico at this pistachio little get up where they have like the world's biggest pistachio little concrete deal.
Yeah.
And we're on this tour, and the guy, my son, as soon as something stops, he's got to be running.
Oh, yeah.
And so the bus stops, it's a little long-ass golf cart. It stops, and the guy's like, "Can he come with me?" I was like, "Yeah." And he goes, "Actually, you want to come with me?" He goes, "Yeah." Runs out there, and then my daughter's like, "Fuck it, I'll go too." Wow. And they just chill out with whoever.
That it?
Yep, that's it.
That is a big-ass pistachio.
Yes, sir. Yeah, the guy that was giving us a tour, he was having a hoot with them.
Man.
Then my son was trying to take off through the pistachio trees, like on the other end. I was like, "Axel, get over here." And he goes, "Stop." No. He's going. I'm like, "You little motherfucker."
That sounds like Blake Leanne. She'll tell you, no.
Yeah.
No. Like, hey, you want Dad to do your hair? No. I'm like,
No. Well, that's
down the road, man.
There it is.
There it is, man. I don't have a Texas license. I got a feeling there's going to be hell.
Yeah, I was going to say I need to move my car under the thing.
Yeah, I got a feeling there's going to be hell. I'm in a rental, so hopefully I get good insurance.
we drove her car, so we're good.
You're good. You're solid, man. Y'all get a lot of hell up y'all way?
Not really.
Really? It's typically...
Now, Sherman got hit pretty good last week or week before, but our house piece size, maybe.
Man.
But, my roof apparently has hail damage, but what we did, like on our 40 acres that we did with Austin Good, we got with Palm Harbor Homes, because I was going to build a nice stick brick house. Well, no builder on the block wanted to buy the lots, and I was selling them for, me and my dad and all of us were selling them for like $28,500 to $30,000 a lot for 1 acre lot. Custom home builders like, that's too fucking expensive. We go over to the this is 2019, 2020. Well, we go over to Palm Harbor Homes, and they're like, yeah, we sell them out real fast. And I was like, okay. Well, part of the deal was we give them a deal on the lots, which they thought that was the deal because we could sell them for more. So I was like, man, fuck it. They give us our house for at cost of what they would have to buy it from the factory.
Yeah.
So $130,000 house we get for $78,000. And I was like,
It's a win, bro.
yeah, 1,900 square feet, 4-bedroom, 2-bath. I was like, oh, fuck yeah, give me double wide.
Bro, same, bro. That's how I am, bro. I'm all about doing some bartering with my services, man. Because we're doing. So right across from my office, there's a vinyl where they wrap cars, and we just got a new company truck. I need to get it wrapped. So over the Christmas holiday, we already had this roof under contract. Well, during the Christmas holidays, his water lines busted because we had a freeze, so it flooded out all his drywall and his ceilings. So he's like, man, can y'all do this? I said, yeah, man, we do interior work. But the job is, the wrap the truck is about $3,200.
Yeah.
But I'm like, man, I'll just send my crews over. We'll knock it out. Just wrap my truck for me. It's gonna cost me like $1,200 to $1,500 to knock out the damn ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a win for me. It's a win for him because he's getting the shit done. I know the wrap only costs probably about $1,200 to $1,500 too.
Exactly.
So
yeah.
It's like an even.
It's an even
trade.
swap.
Yeah. Because if we charged the insurance for that, it'd be about $3,200.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah, me and my wife are all about the bartering.
Yeah, bartering's cool, man.
Someone donated. She opened up a gym, Robinson Acres Gym,
Nice.
in the shop that I built because I was like, "Hey, we're going to have a party shop." Well, bullshit.
Bullshit,
Entrepreneur
gym.
over here is
Gym
like,
in a
"I'm
bitch.
getting a gym, motherfucker."
Yeah, you got to, man. You got to invest money in stuff like that to make more money come in. I don't think enough business owners do that.
No, well, and see, that was the deal. It was a good thing we did because our health insurance, I forgot we were on the subsidized plan, so we were making more, and they're like, "Oh, you're gonna have to pay in $12,000." I was like, "Bullshit! You got me fucked up."
Yeah. No, you're already getting enough, and I'm not
Like,
even using this shit. You know
I'm
what I'm
like, where's our deduction? Ooh, gym. Thank you, babe, for opening up a gym.
Yeah, absolutely. That's awesome, man. Because, yeah, I hate paying in insurance. I hate paying in taxes. Like I haven't done tax in a hot minute. I need to. I hope my tax lady does me some good service. Does me. I don't have a high tax bill.
Yeah.
Cause we ain't done them in a hot minute.
Well, I mean, anytime I have to pay taxes to my county, I always hit them up on Facebook. I'm like, hey, these kind of roads still look like shit. Still ain't fucking draining.
True, bro.
I'm like, why am I getting an increase on my taxes? Like, I think it was $1,500 up for this year. I'm like, you may go fuck yourself until that's fixed.
Yeah.
Like, I don't see no blacktop in this bitch.
No, that's what I'm saying. They're not doing that with the money, man. What they're doing
No.
is they shelling out and dividing it up between the people in the office. They're having a big issue with this now. Is where the county roads are just increasing the taxes, and then they're not doing anything additional with the extra tax money, man. They're just sitting on it, or they're lining their fucking pockets with it, you know? That's bullshit. You know, it's the government. It's the government. It's just like no different than insurance. The government does the same crooked ass bullshit. It's all a business to them.
Yeah, anything that has government involved, you know there's something fucked.
They got their hands in it. If they get their hands in it.
And somehow you're not paying enough in taxes. It's like, bitch, I paid my fair share. Don't get me wrong. I don't mind paying as long as this shit's maintained all around. I see where my money's going. When I don't see where my money's going, it looks like the same old bullshit. I'm like, no, I got problems. And especially when you know most of your money goes to Ukraine or other places. You're like, motherfucker, really?
Yeah, fuck
We're talking
that.
about how fucked up our schools are, but we can spend money other places. Get the fuck out
I'll
of here.
never understand that. As an American, I'll never understand how we can allocate so much money to other countries, but we can't even pour it into our own country.
That don't really give a fuck about us if something happens.
Yeah, they don't give. You think they would give us the fucking loan? Fuck no, they wouldn't.
No.
They tell you eat a bucket of dicks and get the fuck up the road.
Yep.
It's crazy, man. And so the county roads, it's funny you touch base on that, because the county roads where I'm at, this
Louisiana?
Mississippi.
Even worse.
I could spit on Louisiana. We live in Macomb, which is like 20 minutes from Louisiana line, and it's probably, I kind of give you an idea of our county. Mm-hmm. We were the only blue county, and then through the election, everywhere else around us red. We're the only blue county. It kind of gives you an idea of kind of like how our politics run in our county. It's just complete bullshit.
Yeah, it's all on hopes and dreams.
That's it. And a bunch of big talk that nobody backs up.
Yeah.
And they just want to increase your taxes. And we live in probably one of the highest tax counties in that area, and it's fucking bizarre because everything's still shit there. Still shit.
Yep.
and throw it in the garbage. What they need to do with Pike County. If my company went there, man, throw so much in the garbage. Because if I moved out of Mississippi, I'd move over here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area.
I wouldn't. Fuck Dallas-Fort Worth area. Move up my area.
Move up there, man. Shit. Y'all got a lot of roofers up there?
I mean, we got, like, my buddy, he works and sells roofs for Premier Roofing.
Premier?
Out of Denison, Sherman area. But, I mean, there's a couple, but, like, Premier and one other one's the only two that are worth the shit.
Yeah.
The rest of them are just kind of like, I don't know about them.
It's super saturated over here at the roofing market. Is it saturated with the dirt?
It's saturated, but what it's coming down to now is like people are starting to realize difference in quality and just some podunk motherfucker that just bought a skid steer and doing weekend warrior shit. Which, don't get me wrong, I have nothing against them, but don't be bidding on jobs that are outside of your realm. Like, if you're trying to be a weekend warrior, trying to do a job that would take a guy like me with, 12 pieces of iron, it'd take me a month, and you're thinking you're going to get that job with the skid steer and rent 3 or 4 machines, and you're going to be a one-man show out there, it's one of those, stay in the lane until you can work there, because a lot of them like to try to make that jump, and then I'll lose bids to them. I'm like, okay. And then all of a sudden I get called back 6 months later to come fix all the shit.
But that goes back to them lining their business. They're worried about lining their pockets over being.
Well, I will run off money too.
Yeah.
Just take it and disappear.
We see it happen all the time in the roofing industry, man. So after hurricanes, bro, it's hard to get people to put a lot of faith in you because they were scammed, the last time a hurricane.
Well, and that's our other issue, like, especially when it comes to deposit. I always tell them, I'm like, you don't write me a check until you see a tractor on here.
Yeah.
But as soon as the check's not wrote when a tractor's here, I'm taking it right back to the next job.
Yeah.
Like, there's our start of trust. You see me here working, write me a check for my deposit. Because as soon as you don't, I'm leaving next day.
Yep.
Because I got shit to do. Like, when you got it stacked up, like, I always try to tell people, like, if you're in the dirt business, that work pipeline is your most important fucking thing. Because you can get done with the job sooner than you thought. And if you ain't got nothing else to go to, 'cause you're like, man, I lined this out a month away.
You're losing
and
money.
I got it done in 2 weeks. Oh, fuck. Now you're losing clients.
Yep.
So I just keep that pipeline
You got to, bro.
going crazy.
And if your machines ain't working, you're losing money, right?
Oh, exactly.
Yeah,
It pisses me. Anytime I see shit sitting at the yard, I start contemplating selling it.
yeah.
Even though I regret selling it every fucking time, 'cause then I hit a job where it works for 6 months.
Yeah.
So I get in that mode where, like, when I see my dump trucks not moving, I'm like, you're sold, you're sold, you're sold.
You want to sell all of them. I've even contemplated on buying a damn dump truck just so I could back it up to the house. I ain't got to worry about fucking pulling dump trailers up to the house, man.
Yeah.
It'd be so much easier. I could just throw it right in the back of the damn dump truck. But I don't know. I think we'll just stick with the dump trailers for now. Because some people had one dude who.
Less CDL bullshit with dump trailers.
Yeah, see that.
Yeah.
But they got this one right now. I've been eyeballing, and what it is, you can buy a 15-yard roll off. You get a gooseneck, and you can buy up
I
to
own roll-offs.
Really?
Yeah.
You can buy up to like 15 of them, and then you can just drop them off at the job sites, and then just go pick them up when the job's complete.
Well, for like roofers, I can see and understand it. I got in there with like a builder of mine that we were doing a lot of work for. Well, their cleanup crew fucking was just leaving messes everywhere. Well, I always ended up having to move all their shit out of my way so I could do final grading around the house pad that we just built, and they finally get the house done. Always had to move their shit, or I'll end up hauling it off in my dump trucks or something. Well, then they ended up hiring me doing all the trash cleanup, which is bullshit, 'cause there ain't no money in that shit.
That's funny you say that. I'll let you finish. I'll go into my story. That's some post-construction cleanup.
So then I was like, well, we're starting to get into a lot of demolition work. So I was like, fuck it, I'll buy me these 15 to 25 yard. No, I had 25 yard and 30 yard dumpsters. And I was like, fuck it, I'll go buy a Texas Pride trailer and all that shit. And I went and paid cash for it. And they rolled it on down to me. And bad thing was we finished 2 demolition jobs before I finally saw my dumpsters because they're getting built because COVID happened and everything's backed up. Took, they said 4 weeks, really took 4 months. And when I finally got them in, I was like, well, I better make some money with these damn things. So I was like, fuck it. I'll drop dumpsters there and clean up. I didn't realize how cheap home builders were. Yes. They don't want to pay for that shit.
Because Dr. Horton reached out to us. My cousin was a project manager. He's a project manager for him.
Poor guy.
Yeah. Tell me about it, bro. That's why I said, goddamn. When they told me, he said, man, I can get you as many roofs as you want. He said,
just got to do them for free.
Yeah, exactly what he said. The words that came out of his mouth, all I heard was, that's free work. $32 a square. That's and you gotta buy your own fucking nails. He said, all you gotta do is go up there and nail the shingles. I'm like, I understand that. I said, well, I gotta buy my own damn. I said, fuck that. I said, I would have to find some dumbasses that would do it for $22 a square. Mm-hmm. That's not gonna happen. And then I would need about 10 of those crews.
You can't even get the guys off a Home Depot lot to fucking do it.
I would have to make like $7 a square, and I would have to do that times 10 every fucking day. Mm-hmm. To be and at the I said, bro, it's not even worth it for me.
No,
I go out and do one fucking house and do more than I could do 10 of your houses, and it's like a lot less liability on me because I'm not going to come out there a million fucking times where there was no profit in the job. I mean, I would have made $200 profit in the job. I said, and come out there because the laborers, you paying somebody so little, they don't give a fuck. They're going to give you $22 a fucking square quality work.
I'll show you how they feel about it while they're up there in the middle of August.
I said, man, ain't no way. I said, I don't give a shit. You can give me 100 roofs a month. It's not worth it to me.
No.
With no profit margin, you working for free.
Yeah.
So, fuck that, bro.
It's like 1% profit ain't worth the fuck when I could get 30% on 2 or 3 roofs over here to amount to your 100.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just which we run a 42. To be precise, 42.9% profit margin on our roofs because we have a.
That's pretty gnarly.
Yeah, we've got a formula worked out, and it comes out to be 42. And we got our overhead that matches it within our overheads included into that 42.9%. But and it gives us 30% to work with to pay out our sales reps, to pay out our project managers. Our operational guy, he makes a percentage of the jobs he manages.
Yeah,
so it gives us enough money to pay out that because you want to pay your guys good.
Yeah.
And it's lucrative being in the dirt business, man.
Well, yes and no. Like, for years, I would profit 10 to 15%, like, when it's all said and done.
Total job?
A total job.
What's your average job?
Do what?
What's your average job?
$50,000.
Okay.
Just if you're taking my highs to my lows, you say $50,000 a job, basically. So it's not terrible, but it's not as good as some of these other motherfuckers. They tell me, they're like, dude, I profit 38%. I'm like, how the fuck do you profit 38% unless you're just doing half-ass Mickey Mouse work? Like, I think most of our problem is like we try to give you more than what we quoted for.
Absolutely, man.
So, like, our finish, we can say plus or minus 10th. We'll finish it plus or minus a half 10th. Like, concrete guys go out there and go, fuck, this is insane. Like, yeah. But then again, you start thinking, you're like, Mario Sinacola's profiting 32% on every job, and they're doing $1 billion a year in revenue. You're like, how the fuck?
Yeah, that's some change right there.
You're like, okay.
Yeah, it's like, what are we doing wrong?
Teach me your ways, because I'm fucking up somewhere.
It's like, come on, man, just touch my hand real quick. Is that 10 to 15% including your overhead, or that's after your overhead comes out?
That is after. Well, sometimes it includes my overhead, but sometimes that's after it comes out. So it's not. I mean, it's one of those that could be lucrative if you do exactly to a T, but I actually kind of. It sounds bad, but I actually give a shit.
Yeah, you over, bro.
Yeah, so I mean, sometimes I get a little extra, or I'll be like, man, it's going pretty good. So instead of like finishing at halftime where I probably can profit 25%, I go, well, let me give them a little extra, which sometimes it works out great for me because then all of a sudden they're like, hey, one of my buddies and I are partnering on this job. It's like another $100,000 job go do. And then sometimes it don't work out worth the shit, but you got someone that brags about you, so
yeah, that's
whatever.
Good, man. That's what I think. Like, well, me and the last guy was talking. If you can go out and we're all about building referrals, man. I think that's because referrals are the only thing, unless you got some some savvy ass website, or you got really good Google images and you got a really good Google page, that referrals are the best type of marketing for you because they
Yeah.
already sell you before you go out there to the job.
Yeah, exactly.
You already got the trust factor there because you did Aunt Sally's roof, and now Jan wants her shit done, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And so the sale portion is halfway already there. You just got to go out, verify, drop the value, and get the contract signed at that point.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think it's a win.
Yeah.
Referrals.
Oh, yeah. Referrals are about as good as you can kind of, I mean, in my personal opinion, especially like if a referral is going to another person that they know the referral is coming to, like there could be complete strangers that get on Google and say whatever the hell they want to say.
Yeah.
But like we have a couple of customers on there. It's like, I bought 75 acres and I would have never thought in a million years I can actually love a piece of property when it was done. So, like, stuff like that, I'm like, fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
But, like, all my best referrals, they don't really go on my Google page, but they will tell everybody about me on Facebook. So, it's about as good, you know?
Yeah.
So, someone's like, I'm looking for an excavation contractor, and you get, like, 30 people tagging you in it, and you're like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
Okay, you know?
I love those tags, man.
Yeah.
I get them at least, 10 times a week, on average, about 10 times a week. And then our Google brings in, which, do y'all have a website?
Well, we did, but the guy that was running the website, he wanted a little too much money
Change up
to,
front.
yeah, so I was like, and the problem was, whatever he was doing was getting, like, these fake-ass, like, cryptocurrency people commenting on
I
your
hate
shit.
that shit. God, I hate that shit, bro.
I was like, what the fuck are you
I'm
doing?
like, get the fuck out of here, bro. I'm trying to run a business here. I don't want no motherfucking Forex.
But you know what's funny? As soon as the website went down, my phone calls went up 10 times more.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't understand. I mean, the website just shows what I was doing, but on the Google, what it does, though, it just takes you to my Facebook. And my Facebook's where all of our photos and everything
That's
goes
cool,
on.
man.
So you see updated Instagram, updated all that. I mean, I got 10,000 followers on Instagram, and I probably like 5,000 on the Facebook or
Wow,
whatever
that's cool.
it is. And I was like, eee.
I'll be honest with you, I think a website's obsolete. I don't think it's needed.
I don't feel like it's needed after. As soon as it went down, my phone calls went up from like fake calls, like people trying to go, hey, it's like hard money lenders, but for contractors. You
Yeah.
ever hear those, oh gosh, what the hell do they call it?
Lead gen?
Well, no, probably Legion's one of them, but they call it something, shit. But they'll text you like, I get you $250,000 today. You just got to fill out an application. You're like, what the fuck are you talking about? And they're like, yeah, you just pay it back in like 6 months. You're like, loan shark?
Yeah,
got it.
We want to hit you with a 22% interest rate.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get you $250,000 a day.
Yeah.
That's funny. I was talking to a guy earlier that swung by here. Guy I've been networking with for years. General contractor here. And then he ended up buying out a company here in Dallas. He was telling me about it. And I knew the guy who owned the company as well. But he was kind of telling me, like, he got in a bad place with some loan sharks. And he borrowed like $500,000 from these loan sharks.
Yeah.
But his payments back on interest alone was like $200,000 a month or some shit like that. So it makes no fucking sense because they hit you with such a high interest rate. It's so you don't want expensive money like that. Like I won't.
Hell no.
I don't give a fuck how much bad I need money. I will never pay over 12% in interest.
Exactly.
Like honestly, I would never do it. Like I've done it before. I got a private lender and that's what he charges 12%. I would never do that. So people just feel like they need it so bad. And I remember the very first truck I bought, I had no goddamn credit.
Tote the note lot.
19.9% interest. I didn't get a shit. I bought that motherfucker, and then
Was that at least lifted?
it was not even lifted. It was four-wheel drive and had damn regular street tires on it, man. It was a piece of shit. But I mean, I was in a bind. I was like, I'm trying to build my credit this time. I had nobody co-sign for me. Like nobody in my family had credit. My immediate family, and then the ones that did, they were like, "Fuck you! You come from the damn black sheep. I'm not signing for shit on your ass." So I'm like, I'm gonna do it on my own. So I found this buy here, pay here fucking place, and they got me. Looking back on it, it was kind of a dumb financial decision, but I was young, dumb, and the notes fit into the rim house of where I wanted them. So I was like, I didn't give a shit what the interest rate was.
Yeah.
So I didn't give a fuck if it was
As long as payment is where I wanted it, it don't matter.
Yeah, and I didn't give a shit if I was going to end up paying $30,000 for this damn $15,000 truck. I didn't give a shit. So that's where I was at, man. And but I don't understand why companies do it.
No idea. But as soon as the website went down, I've gotten a lot less of those calls and a lot more like real calls, like come look at this stuff or, different GCs in the area and whatever. And I'm like, well, fuck that website. I ain't getting one back up.
Yeah.
My calls literally increased between mine and my dad's calls. It increased about 50% of legitimate calls versus bullshit. Like, there'll be people like, oh, I'm going to sell you health insurance for your business. Like, they just see that you have a business page. Oh, they're legit.
Yeah,
now I'm going to try to see what I can get. Yeah.
I hate that shit. I hate when they call me on my Google Guarantee, because my Google Guarantee is like the ad, so they charge you.
Yeah.
People are calling. I get people that call me on my Google Guarantee and be like, hey, are y'all hiring? I'm like, bro, you just cost me like $52, But people call me, hey, you want to buy health insurance? I'm like, bro, you just cost me like $52. That's a stupid question. No, come on my office. And Google My Business. I've probably only got, I could probably pull up my shit, but I think I've only got like maybe a handful of leads from my website in the past 6 months.
Yeah, and that was our issue too.
Yeah.
Like 8 leads in a year off my website. What the fuck am I paying for the website for?
That's what I'm saying. I'm paying $1,000 a month for it.
Or Facebook, I can literally accidentally get a $200,000 worth of work just off Facebook off of like 2-3 leads,
Yeah.
Where the 8 leads were maybe like maybe $50,000 in total, because they're like, oh, I just need a little spruce up, I need a little this, but then all of a sudden Facebook or Facebook to word of mouth. Hell, we had just like our sign at our office that we used to have off 82 got us a $200,000 pawn job. So I was just like,
it pays.
What's this website doing for
Nothing.
me?
It's
Everyone
obsolete.
preaches like, if you don't have a website, you're not legit. If you don't have a doc at Dirt Guy Excavation LLC email, it's not legit. And I'm like, fuck you. I'll go back to my Gmail. I'll go back to the other shit.
Yeah.
It's amazing. All of a sudden, it's more work than I can handle again. I'm like,
It's true, man. I think the website is obsolete because I get Google My Business is something we harp on. We always keep updated pictures. We kind of keep everything on our Google My Business.
yeah.
And like I said, our website performance is really, really low. But if you go to our Google, because we at the top rank on Google, you go to the map pack, the 3 names, we're always the first one or second one there. Depends on what keywords you're using on the search, and we're always at the top at the Google Guaranteed. So they always go there. Nobody looks at your website. I think the only time people look at your website is to see if you got a website. They don't give a shit what's on that website, though.
Yeah.
And I think Facebook, social media is another huge place for marketing, man, where you said your website goes straight to your Facebook page. That's a smart idea, bro. I never even thought about that. I might just tell my SEO guy to say, get rid of the website.
It's a lot easier, because then they're like, well, do you have any photos? I was like, just hop on that Facebook. Oh, I see the link. And then, whoop, right to it.
And that's what a lot of people want. They want to see the finished product. They want to see what can you do. Can you do what they want them to do?
Yeah, exactly.
And that's why we keep our Google My Business up to date with current photos and jobs we're doing, and the shit work, the discovery work that we run into.
Yeah. Well, and see, like media wise, like what we found to work for photo wise is that drone. You fly that drone around on a big construction site, they're like, their minds blow like, holy shit.
That's one thing we're lacking, bro. I haven't got it done yet, but I've been looking at them about getting one, because I keep seeing everybody in my network, they're doing their drone footages, they're taking drone pictures of the roofs, and I'm like, man, that's way cooler than.
Well, see, my buddy Cody, that's how he sees for hail damage. If his ladder ain't tall enough to go up on that roof, he'll take that drone up there and he'd be like, oh shit, because he can zoom in and see like bird's eye view and see all the hail damage and where all the stuff's fucked up at.
Yep.
And he's like, yeah. He goes, it takes me about 10 minutes to do this versus get my ladder out, climb up there, and go, oh, shit, hopefully I don't fall off of this.
I'm a big guy, bro. I'm a big guy. So them sketchy roofs, them tall roofs are sketchy to me, man.
Yeah.
I'll get up there and climb them, but they sketchy to me, though. But the drone is definitely a game changer. And I keep seeing everybody else doing something. I'm going to fall in line, grab me one.
Yeah, just like, you can pull up my YouTube. It's Dirt Guy Excavation. It'll be like pond construction, but that was one of our first drone videos, because someone was like, man, you need to get a drone video of this lake that you built. And I was like, I don't know. I think it looks good from, do the wide angle and, do it sideways. Like, I got it. Well, you don't get how big it is until you do that drone. You're like, oh, shit. And then you see, so what it is Lake Texoma feeds into Lake Randall. Yeah, there you go. See, that was middle of our construction, and then the one below it's the finished product. And yeah, you'll see the D8 we had rented out there. The sucker was awesome. So that's Lake Randall. That's the water source for Denison and Sherman. And this is the pond. So we had 18 acres of tree clearing to do, and it's about 100,000 yards of dirt. It's 22 feet deep on average.
Big job.
Yeah. Then the second video, so basically they pump, so they haven't paid for the rights, the water easement rights in years. So there's D8 that we had, there's our scraper, and there's our D6. That's our old our 550 that burnt down a few years ago. R.I.P. to John Deere. But
good insurance claim.
Yeah, the bad thing was everything skyrocketed in price. I had an insurance. See, there's the finished product.
Oh, wow.
So they did a spillway because there's constant water. So there's 1 million gallons a minute or an hour that pump through there to feed Lake Randall from Lake Texoma. So that pond filled up in 3 days.
Damn, it's quick. You said it's average 22 feet deep in the middle.
Yep. And look how big that sucker is.
That's how much it's big.
Uh-huh.
And y'all moved some dirt.
But, I mean, showing people that video, that's usually, I mean, that's from 2016 or 17. And that's usually all I got to show a customer. I just send them that, and they're like, oh, fuck yeah, you're hired. Yeah, and that beats all my competitors, just that one video.
Yeah, just
power of video.
Video's powerful. Y'all know who Billie Jean is, right? Billie Jean is marketing.
Not my lover.
Not my lover. Not my lover. Billie Jean is marketing. I heard him speak at an event here in Dallas back in 2018. No, 2019. Yeah, it was 19. And then I heard him speak again in 21. Anyway, he said, you know, he's just a big video guy.
Yeah.
That 85% of video will be short form video watched on social media basis. And if you're not already doing it or getting it done, it's going to be then businesses that are doing it will leave you in the dust because that's powerful. That's what people want to watch. People want to watch this shit.
Oh, yeah. And, like, I've had people want me to do, like, a YouTube show. And I'm just like, I have a lot of patience for a lot of shit, like patience teaching people how to run equipment, patience, but I don't have a patience of setting up cameras and taking every 45 minutes to an hour, resetting up different angles and, you know, doing all that shit. Like, there's a guy called Let's Dig 18 in North or South Carolina. He's got a big fucking following on his YouTube channel. And I mean, it's awesome to watch it, but it's like, I don't know how you have the patience for that, bro. 'Cause I tried it, and it's like I would have to hire a media company to just be out there, and I'm like, I don't make enough money for that either.
Yeah,
So.
somebody to follow you around with a camera.
Yeah, that's the only way I could do it.
TikTok's huge, man. Like, if you could funnel people in short form video, 15, say 30-second long videos, man. I see people do it all the time in construction, like, I'm along with you, man. I wish I had somebody that could follow me around with a camera all day. They would get some really great footage.
Yeah.
But I don't. Matter of fact, I try to hire her to come follow me around with a camera. So
That'd be the only way if she would follow me. That's the only way I could do it.
You ain't going to do it?
Hell no, she ain't going to do it.
Follow me around with a camera, and then you get some good footage to throw on, you know, just some short form shit on TikTok.
Yeah.
And then you can go ahead and link your YouTube and just funnel people to it.
That's okay. Mine's been going off like crazy.
Baby mama number 1.
Oh. Poor guy.
Yeah. Which mean we in a good relationship now, but early on, bro, it was rough.
Yeah.
I got custody of my oldest son now, so she has him and spends a little time with him. Early on, it was rough. We were young, but you know what? We got a good relationship now.
That's all that matters. What it is now. Don't matter what happened back then.
Yeah, that's right. So we talk about it, you know, from time to time. But we were both just young and we got through it. Now my other 2 baby mamas and my mother, other 1 baby, not 2 baby. I only got 1 more. It's rough. So we were fighting through that bullshit now, and hopefully in 8 to 10 years we get that good relationship like me and her have.
Yeah.
So it's tough, but having kids with.
But see, at least you care to have your kids around. There's some guys out there that I had some employees before where they will do anything they can to get away from their kid and not pay child support. It's like, bro, Like, that's fucked up.
Bro, I volunteered to pay $1,600 to my fucking baby mama.
Exactly, but
because I know my kids need it, you know.
Exactly, like, and it's not like, oh, well, I'm just doing this just because it's my kids.
Yeah, you got to twist.
Cover them. Yeah,
yeah. Like it's like you got to twist their arm just to be a parent. I feel like even now, like as a father, like I don't have enough. As a father, like even when I got custody of my oldest son, I wasn't trying to get custody. I was just trying to get more visitations because I'm not a part-time dad. I'm a full-time father. You know?
Exactly.
So I just wanted more time with my child.
Not a piece of shit.
Yeah. So in that sense, I ended up gaining custody, which was never my intent. It just happened. Cool. I'm happy about it. My babies, even now, you know, even though I almost get, you know, half a month with them, I still feel like I don't have enough.
Yeah.
So, and I think that's just me being a passionate father because I tried to be the father to my children that I never had growing up, and then I talk about my kids a lot, bro. Like I said,
there's nothing wrong with that, though.
Yeah, typically most conversations end with me talking about my kids because I love my kids and I love being around them and love being a father to them. So,
well, that was one thing. Like growing up, my dad, his number one subject was either dirt work or his kids.
Yeah,
you know, I'm a youngest of 6.
Oh wow.
So, and we
got a pile of brothers.
Well, yeah.
All brothers, all sisters.
2 sisters, rest of them are brothers.
Okay, nice.
And so we're kind of blended. So the older 2, I don't really know them because my dad, by the time I was born, my dad was 40.
Wow,
you know, so they were in their 20s when I was born. So I never really got to know them or deal with them. But the 4, so I had another older brother and then, 2 older brothers and my sister. And one of my brothers passed away in 2021.
Sorry,
he was a Salina police detective.
Okay.
And him and my niece went. So terrible car crash and a couple miles from home. But the younger 3, we were all tight knitched.
I got you.
Because the older one, I mean, shit. By the time I was born, the other one was already about to be in high school.
Yeah.
You know. And then it's my brother Casey, and then my sister Kennedy, and then me. Those were the tight 3. But I mean, my dad would talk about us to random strangers.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's nothing wrong with talking about your kids. If you're a proud dad, you're going to talk about your family. Like I told, you know, different people, I'm like, I'll outwork you in this industry, but I will never choose this industry over my family. So if I need to have time with my family, I'm gonna choose that over. I don't give a fuck about your job at that point.
That's right.
Like, don't take offense to it, but I don't give a fuck about any of this until I get back.
Yeah.
Then I care.
And I think people are understanding, and then I think if you're upfront and honest, and they value family or they just value you, if they value you as their contractor,
exactly,
they will understand that shit because you can't let work control you. And I think even in the blue collar industry, it's a common trend where it happens. I did it for years, man. First 4 years of my little boy's baseball, he's 9 now, so. 3, 4, 5, and 6. I can't tell you how. I only made a handful of games because I was working turnarounds. I was in the plants.
Yeah.
You know, I can only make so many games. You know, I'd take off work to go make some games.
Yep.
And it sucks now that I try to coach. You know, try to be there for every. I am there for every game. I miss him. He's got practice today, but I try to coach him and my 5-year-old. And my little girl starts playing baseball, you know. Hopefully I have enough resources so I can coach all 3 of them at the same time.
Yeah, exactly.
And then they play at the same ballpark because I don't want to miss that type of shit.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, like, people don't realize there's an important age in their life. Like, my 2-year-old son's probably not going to remember me missing shit here and there.
Yeah.
But my 6-year-old daughter's going to remember. I mean, shit, I had to go and do a run, you know, because I do this thing where I run with my brother's plate carriers that he had. And so I was doing a run at the Salina event. Well, I had to miss her basketball game. Man, she made me fucking feel like a piece of shit, you know?
That make you feel
it's like, I missed one fucking game.
Yeah, but nothing, I mean, moms are cool, nothing away from moms, but nothing beats having dad in the building there, especially with a little girl, bro. My little girl loves me to death. Until, you know, somebody else comes around that's a little cooler, you know, and then she loves them. But nothing beats having dad in the building there to support you, man.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, I say that, but it's almost like it depends on their mood. Like, all of a sudden, I'm either the coolest motherfucker around or fuck me, I'm going to mom.
Yeah, that's it, bro. No, man, that's exactly. I think that's all kids, though. It's like what I can't get away with this parent, I'm just go to the other parent for. then I can't get away with them. I'm gonna go to the other parent.
Yeah,
for it.
exactly.
Like, you're not cool at the moment because you're not letting me play my video game. I'm gonna go over here.
Well, that's like my son when he's acting like a damn fool. You got to whoop his ass every once in a while. And as soon as I do, he's like, Mama! And then same in reverse. She's got to get onto. He's like, Dad.
But that is 100%. I think that's just all kids now, man.
Yeah.
My 5-year-old, he is 100% a mama's boy. My oldest son's 100% a daddy's boy. My little girl, she is whoever she can get away with the most with.
Well, see, I'm a little bit of a mama's boy myself, but that's because like my dad would work his ass. I mean, when you have 6 kids to raise, you got to work your ass off.
Bro. You got to put in the time.
And I mean, that's why I told her, I was like, we probably got to cut off at 2 so I can have that work balance, because my dad never really had that. He was at work fucking forever, and then 1 week out of the year it was family vacation time. You know, like I see him on rain days or on family vacation. It's only 2 times I really see him growing up. And so, or when I go job sites with them. And so I was raised a lot by my mom, but my mom's a little fucking gangster. She I mean, she would run marathons, triathlons, bike across Iowa. Like, she's a freak athlete, and she'd also beat the fuck out of you. I mean, when it was like a lot of boys in there and we're acting a bunch of fools, she was not scared to beat the shit out. So I was like, for a long time there, I was a little bit more scared of my mom than I was my dad, you know? Yeah. But like, my mama's boy side is kind of like, if she needs a fridge moved now, I'm going to go over there and move the fridge. You know what I'm saying? And just different shit like that. But like, me and my wife were talking, it's like, there's nothing wrong with men being mama's boys, because typically they treat women better.
Yeah.
But it's like, there's got to be a fine line of, you know, is he such a mama's boy where he's just a big old pussy?
Yes.
Or is he a mama's boy where he'll do big acts of violence against people that try to mess with women?
That's true, bro.
There's that.
There's a fine line there, but I think it depends on what side of the line you fall on, which either makes you to be that genuine guy. Like, I feel like I fall on the side of the line. I am a mama's boy. My mom was there for me a lot. You know, our relationship's kind of been hit and miss over the years through her addictions and stuff.
Yeah.
But, you know, we're in a great place now, and, like, I'll be honest with you, bro, I don't want to do it with my mom most days. She helps me out a lot, you know. And then you got that side that we're the guys that are just such mom boys. You said they're pussies, right? So those, I hope neither one of my boys turn out to be.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you don't want your child to do that.
Bunch of titty babies running around. We already got enough of those.
Got enough of those, man. We got too many of those. Well, we had an hour and a half, man. We want to wrap it up, man. I really appreciate you coming out. If people want to reach out to you, say in the Texas area, to get some dirt work done, or just reach out to you and just follow your journey, what can they do with that?
I mean, our Facebook is Dirt Guy Excavation LLC. Our Instagram is Dirt Guy or Dirt _Guy _Excavation _LLC.
Nice.
And my number's on Google. So
okay, cool deal. What was your YouTube channel again?
It's just Dirt Guy Excavation.
Okay, cool deal, man. Y'all check him out. Y'all follow him. Oh, man, look, I really appreciate you coming out, man.
I appreciate it.
Look, yes, sir. It's always great to hear from a third-generation blue-collar worker that has dominated their space in the North Texas area. If you would, give us a like, follow, and share on Facebook at Blue Collar Alliance. And if you're a blue-collar worker and would like to be on the show, drop some knowledge, some wisdom, get balls deep with us, reach out to me on Facebook. Hey, man, thanks for watching. See you next time.